Hey kids, what's going on? It's your host Bang Jimmy again with yet another episode of Stupid Metal Tricks. Alright. It's one of them days where it's like everything's just uh, uh, what the hell did I get out of bed for kind of days. But every day on this side of the dirt beats the alternative, so I'll take it. Happy I think it's Wednesday. At least in my part of the world. Um, you might recall. Let's tilt the laptop a little bit so you can see what the hell I'm doing here. You might recall the this thing from the other day, the double hit, the duh, heavy on the duh, of course, which was started life as a Greymark International version of the ETI. I can't think of the name of it right now. Fuzz Struz, or double fuzz, or dual sound fuzz, or they had various different names for it. It was supposed to run on two 9-volt batteries in series with a virtual ground in the center. Virtual ground? That gave me a lot of grief. I had a problem with the thing. It sounded amazing. The ring modulation and crap it was doing was just like ridiculous. But there was a huge DC offset leaking through on the ground plane that I couldn't find until I discovered a stupid solder bridge on the god dang input jack to ground, which was messing everything up. Anyways, I got it working again. And I got to give a shout out once again to Jack Orman at AMZ. Dude, you rock. I stole his muffler circuit for the front end of this thing for all intents and purposes. The differences between my version that's in here and Jack's original are that I have the emitter of the transistor going to the VB voltage, or the half voltage, instead of going to ground. And I'm using twice the number of diodes because, well, hey, face it, sometimes you want to have two because they're small, you know what I'm saying? So it's got a symmetrical diode clipper with 1N914 diodes clipping in the feedback loop of the transistor. It gave it a little bit more sustain, gave it a little more crunch, really improved the tone of the pedal immensely. It's really kind of like a two-trick pony, two, maybe three. There's not a whole lot you can do with it, but it sounds a whole lot better than it did. So, with that in mind, we strap on the old Dungeon Les Paul du jour, which may seem a curious choice, but it was the thing closest to me. Let's see what it sounds like. Is it on? No, it's not on. For a little perspective. Let's click it on. For the life of me, I still can't get the fuzz side and the octave side here the same volume, but for the amount that I actually use the octave, I don't really care, because I'm not really an octave fuzz kind of guy. And this does some neat little ring mod. You'll see. Anyways, going to turn the fuzz on now. Click. Ooh, the pink light went on. It is a gated fuzz. I couldn't get rid of all the gating. I'll probably mess with it more someday. But it sounds really nice with a little echo. With a double on it, it's real nice too. If you turn the bass control on the guitar down, it sounds even crummier. It's a decent enough fuzz to... I don't like the sustain on it. That's about all I could get out of it. It's still ringing, but it's faint. Now I can get a little bit more crunch out of it by messing with the sustain knob. But that actually kills the sustain. Check it out. Here's the sustain all the way up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can still kind of hear it ringing, but it don't count. Turn it down a little bit. It gates more. As you turn it down, it'll gate even more. Turn it off. Makes some kind of unpleasant noises, though. If you turn it all the way up, it's relatively smooth. Turn it down just a little bit. Give it a little bit more bite. Ended up settling on a 330 nanofarad input cap on this too, which I messed with like a whole bunch of caps. I started at 2.2 nanofarad and I went all the way up to 10 microfarad for different caps on the input, trying to find where it sounded the best. The best sounds were actually 0.022 or 0.056, but the octave part actually sounded best with the 033. Or, I mean, not the 033, the 33, 0.33. So that was what I ended up going with because it didn't detract too badly from the fuzz. The fuzz actually sounded better with the smaller cap. Let's throw the octave on. It's hard to get the tracking on the high E string good. I can live with that. If I put it into a fuzz, like say a fuzz face, actually I have one right there, I could do that. If I put it into a fuzz or put the fuzz into that, either way it'll bring it out more. Or if I put a compressor after it, I'll turn the tone control off. Turning it down doesn't really help. It's funny because the octave side, you can actually turn the guitar down and get some like nice rhythm tones. But if you switch it to the fuzz, it's like there's nothing there. I mean, it's not bad. On the treble pickup, it wasn't as good. Or I'm just tripping my balls off because I was too stupid earlier to realize that it sounds different with a very dead battery than when it's got a wall wart plugged into it. That's cleaning up pretty good. Unless I turned it off, which I might have done. Yes, I did. That's why I was cleaning up good. It was the Princeton. There's a reason we call these stupid pedal tricks. See what I mean? It's just kind of like... Does the jawari thing pretty good. Back in fuzz mode. It's got a fair amount of volume on tap. Plenty of volume. I'm going to take a second here and swap this around a little bit and put a what I call the stupid simple overdrive when I released it. Guitar PCB had them for a while. They called them Photon fuzzes, which I thought was kind of funny because the Photon fuzz is actually a different, completely different circuit. But hopefully they sold a few of them and had fun, or whoever built them had fun with them. I put one in front of this thing now. This is, you're going to hear the difference with this. It has a little more balls now. For a little perspective, just the stupid simple overdrive itself. Not much there, is it? But it definitely kicks this harder. What I like about it is on the octave side, a couple of fun things are you can do like cheesy fake like crappy Casio synthesizer brass sounds or sax sounds. Anyways, enough of this bullshit wanking. We take this piece of crap off here, throw it over there, turn this thing off. There we go, turn it off. I'll kill the power to the extra shitty little overdrive. And sign off because it's definitely time. It's been 20 minutes I've wasted of both of our times. Well, at least YouTube will be happy because they want people to like have 10,000 hours worth of views a month. You know what I'm saying? Or is it 1,000 subscribers too? I don't know. I don't really care. Anyways, in my opinion, an improvement to the original circuit. Runs on a standard 9-volt. No freaking charge pump, so there's no whine and no noise and no bullshit. Don't have to try and stash an extra board inside the thing, all that kind of stuff. It's a win-win to me. So anyways, once again, I'm your host, Pink Jimmy. Hey, call your mom today. I'm an old guy. I can say stupid crotchety shit like that now. You got your stupid pedal. The double hit duh. And the Les Paul's down there. I'm too lazy to pick it up. Work for peace and justice. Resist the temptation to hate. And see you next time. Mahalo, bros.